The following is based on, mostly, true events. 28th November 2020, La Pêche, Quebec, Canada. So for an adult patient with a full airway obstruction, begin with back slaps, or as they're sometimes called, back blows.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think we're supposed to do those. They will just cause the obstruction to lodge in even more.
Well, of course we're supposed to teach them. It's part of the curriculum.
Well, I hear they're so bad they're called death blows.
Then the debate became spirited. He got the jump on me, or I would have destroyed him. Like 2 hits, me hitting him and him hitting the ground. Ask anyone. Okay, so it didn't quite go down like that, but I could have totally taken him. Back slaps, or back blows, are the first step for treating an adult with full upper airway obstruction due to a foreign object.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think we're supposed to do those. Won't they just cause the obstruction to lodge in even more?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe somebody should look into that and make a video or something. So for some background, we're going to have to go back in time a little bit.
Ooh, back in time. Ooh.
To 1933. Times were simpler then. All we had to treat patients with a foreign body airway obstruction was the back slap. We didn't know any better, and it worked just fine. And folks, they were just fine with it. Down south, the American Red Cross included it in its first aid curriculum. Fast forward a bit. Disco, bell-bottoms, industrial amounts of cocaine, and Dr. Henry Heimlich. Old Doc Henry had an idea of rapidly compressing the abdomen to force air up from underneath the foreign body airway obstruction to blow it out. It worked pretty good too. Good enough that he got his paper outlining the newfangled method published. 2 years later, things were much the same. More cocaine. And the American Red Cross and the American Heart Association were teaching the Heimlich maneuver. Back blows came first, but if they failed to dislodge the obstruction, then Henry's abdominal thrust maneuver came next. Henry wrote a piece for the New York Times sometime after that, encouraging people to use his new method. Actually, more than just one article. He was a little obsessive about it. In fact, old Henry claimed that back blows were proven to cause the object to become lodged even further in the windpipe. He called them death blows and tried to make the term death blows, a thing. A paper published in 1982 claimed to support Dr. Heimlich's claim. However, not one to leave things to chance, Henry funded the research himself. Just in case the cool kids wouldn't use the term death blows when referring to back blows. Referring later to the paper, Dr. Roger White of the Mayo Clinic and American Heart Association stated, "There was never any science here. Heimlich overpowered science all along the way with his slick tactics and intimidation, and everyone, including us at the AHA, caved in." So you get the idea. Doc Henry was trying to put his thumb on the scale, along with a lot of money, to get his way. And it worked. Backed up by the Day, Crenlin, and Dubois paper, by 1986, Dr. Heimlich had convinced both the American Heart Association and the American Red Cross to stop recommending back blows. As for whatever proof Dr. Henry had, he must have left it in the interdimensional conspiracy theory waiting room along with Elvis, who is totally still alive, the Roswell alien, Nessie, and Bigfoot. Time passed. Doubts grew. Courtney totally had nothing to do with Kurt Cobain's death, and OJ continued to hunt for the real killers. Like really. Also, due to a dearth of evidence, the American Red Cross decided that back blows were part of a wholesome and complete treatment approach to foreign body airway obstruction, and so they reintroduced it to their curriculum. Dr. Henry Heimlich was not amused, and demanded that the Red Cross stop using the term Heimlich maneuver if they were going to go around death-slapping people. Undeterred, the Red Cross changed their materials to advocate for back blows and abdominal thrusts as valid techniques. So do we use back blows or not? Fast forward to the almost present. Plague, work from home, pajama pants as workwear. Oh, and cocaine is still way more common than you think. I know. 2020 is a year best forgotten. But that is the year that the brave scientists of ILCOR, the International Liaison Committee on Resuscitation, published their most recent update, because evidence matters. Yeah, now, to protect myself, I have to add a disclaimer. Seriously? You figure you can learn proper patient care from watching a YouTube video. Why do I even have to go over this? Fine. You. Yeah, you there eating the crayons. Stop chewing and listen up. I have to say this because of you, moron. The material in this video is presented as background info only. Go get certified at a legit first aid or resuscitation course. Otherwise, you could hurt people. Badly. And that'll be on you. Dumbass. God, fuck, Jesus, what the fuck? First, we are discussing the conscious adult patient with full foreign body airway obstruction. Well, how do we identify that it is a full obstruction? They will not be able to breathe at all. They will make obvious signs of being unable to breathe, such as grasping at their throat, making gulping motions, etc. And, most importantly, it will be silent. God, I hate mimes. Anywho, they will be silent. Don't go making a partial obstruction, i.e. the noisy ones, worse. ILCOR's 2020 position statement states that 1. Back slaps are used initially in adults and children with a foreign body airway obstruction, and that abdominal thrusts are used when back slaps are ineffective. 2. The task force suggested that rescuers consider the manual extraction of visible items in the mouth, but not perform blind finger sweeps in patients. Okay, so pull the object out if you can see it, but don't go blindly jamming your fingers in people's mouths, okay? All right. And 3, if the patient becomes unresponsive, begin CPR. Now, there are some differences for children and special patient populations, which is part of the reason you should be signing up for or renewing that course. Here, I'll even do the work for you. You can contact either the Canadian Red Cross or Canadian Heart and Stroke Association for courses in your area. Not Canadian? Then Google it. For those of you that work or travel in remote environments, first of all, you are awesome. Second of all, EMS is not going to come and save you. So consider a course from these folks. Full disclosure, I work for them both. But don't blame them for this video. Their hands are clean. Thanks for watching. Oh, and you know the drill. Please comment, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. Cue the royalty-free music.